It is the second week of the Dying Light Anniversary update, which means there are new bounties for us to complete. But first, let's talk about the event happening in Dying Light. This time is the Super Crane event, which makes your character extremely powerful. First of all, you get unlimited stamina, which is really helpful since I'm playing an item. The second buff is that you do a lot more damage to infected, being able to kill them in about 2 hits. And the third and funniest change is that now you take no fall damage, so you can jump from any height and you would still live. This time the community objective is unique, as instead of simply killing 100 enemies, you have to defeat 100 infected by making them fall. Thankfully this bounty is really easy, as by going to the bridge during daytime, you can spam the throwing skill to kill the zombies via fall damage and complete this bounty. Just like last time, the reward is a gold ravaging item. Now let's move on to the Dying Light 2 Anniversary bounties. One of the most annoying Dying Light 2 Anniversary bounties has to be a Helping Hand. Despite having a very simple premise of reviving 4 players, it actually encourages people to grief each other. You see, none of my friends own Dying Light 2 because they prefer the previous game, which is understandable. But this means I'll have to complete this bounty by reviving random players. And because the majority of people playing Dying Light 2 are very high level, just like me, it's quite difficult for them to die. Now, of course, you can try and convince someone to die for you so you can then revive them. But for some unknown reason, half of the people playing Dying Light 2 have no idea that this game has a chat. Which makes completing this objective almost impossible. Thankfully, I found a different way to complete this bounty. That's right, exploding players with your own grenades, to then revive them and complete the objective. And I'm sorry for all of the players I've exploded while completing this bounty, but I have to admit, this was pretty fun.
Ах ты пидор, блядь. Сука. Блядь. Тролль, блядь.
This week, the Revive bounty was the only interesting one. The other 3 require you to cut off 20 zombie heads, loot 7 crystals and use 15 UV flares. Obviously these bounties are extremely easy and don't require an explanation, but I'm going to give it anyway. You can find crystals in dark hollows, so just keep going from one dark hollow to another. Despite saying that you need to use 15 UV flares, for me the bounty was completed after crafting the flares, so that's cool I guess. The reward you get for completing these 4 bounties is the Volatile Hunter Baton, which is a legendary one-handed stick. The second reward you get is the Time Flies weapon charm that increases the chance of impact of your weapons. So that was all, thank you everyone for watching, remember to like and subscribe and I see you next week.